Welcome back to MMAOddsBreaker Frank Trigg. Today we're talking to Ben Saunders, who's getting ready to fight Matt Riddle in Titan Fighting Championships 29, August 22nd in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Ben, you're in Miami right now, correct?
Yeah, it's South Florida, Coconut Creek.
Coconut Creek, yeah. Same to me over here in Vegas. It's the same place.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Just don't tell LeBarrio that; he'll get mad at me again. He every time I see him, I mention it. He gets very irritated at me. Coconut Creek. Okay, I get it. So how is it in there right now, team-wise? Like, what's the attitude? What's the feeling? Like, you have a bunch of guys getting ready to fight, all kind of at the same time. And what's it like in the room right now?
It's awesome, man. Everybody, working together, training hard. The card that I'm actually I'm on, we got five, including me, 5 guys total from our academy fighting out there. We also got Tyrone Woodley getting ready for his fight in Macau. We got Bobby. Just tons of people, man. Tons of people, tons of good vibes, and definitely a hard training going down out here. Very happy. If there's one thing that it does help, it's raised confidence in all of us because even though it's kind of a single sport as far as when the cage actually closes, it's really, you're only as good as your team as far as who you're training with to prepare for it.
Do you get any time training with Tyron and his beard?
With who?
With Tyron, with Woodley and his beard. Do you get any time training with him?
Yeah, I'm actually helping him for his upcoming fight. He's fighting the South Korean, so I'm a pretty good impersonator, if you will.
That's kind of what I thought.
He's southpaw as well.
He's fighting Dong Hyun Kim, and that's
Yep.
kind of when I interviewed him a couple days ago, and I had the same thought process with Tyron that Ben's down there. Are you guys trained together or not? But I didn't ask him in the interview because sometimes Tyron doesn't like to say what partners he's working out with or who he's getting prepared for. But that was like, for me and my thought on the outside of the box looking in, that you're the perfect guy. But does that mess you up training with Woodley, getting ready for Matt Riddle? Because Riddle and Woodley are two different type of animals.
Oh yeah, so they're definitely completely different, but we got a lot of guys that are very good at being a Riddle for me as well. So it's just all about teamwork. I'm here for Woodley, helping him, and they got guys out here helping to be Riddle for me.
What guys are acting like Riddle for you right now? Who's the main guy that when you grab him, you're getting a real good look at at how Riddle's going to come at you?
We got a cat named Colby. Man, I forget his last name. He just got signed with the UFC. Phenomenal wrestler. Southpaw as well. Very strong wrestler. So he's definitely, I was able to work with him. Steve Montgomery, or the Creepy Weasel, another tall, lengthy southpaw that has been able to help me definitely tremendously, and he's like 6'4" too, so like he's a little taller and lengthier, so getting inside or playing with that kind of range, if I can work with that, I can definitely work with a 6'1" in Riddle, and then, man, off the top of my head, I forget their names, because literally we got so many different guys down here, but I got like maybe 3 other guys that they throw in there with me. Good, strong wrestling, southpaws, and I'm definitely getting my work in, man. They're definitely putting it on me and making me fight my ass off to be as prepared as I can for against Riddle.
So obviously, your last fight was with Douglas Lima in Bellator. You lost by head kick in the second round. Now you're with Titan Fighting Championships. What was the deciding factor for you to go with Titan as opposed to going with anybody else that's out there? There's a ton of other organizations that would have been extremely happy to grab you up. especially after your long run in the UFC and then your long run in the Bellator as of late. Like, why Titan versus anybody else?
Really, it just came down to not to say anything negative at all, but it's been in the news quite a few times as far as the way contracts worked with Bellator, as far as kind of being pretty pretty concrete and holding people in the organization. Once I actually fulfilled my contract in full, I wanted to have full control over my career, full control over, if you can say, my destiny and what routes I wanted to go. And Titan was very understanding of this. And the deal that I worked out with them, I'm pretty much able to do whatever I want, and it's more of a partnership. I'm not there to just completely be their employee and have them tell me what to do and blah 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 like that. As far as all that's concerned, it's more. Man, I'm trying to pick the right words so that it doesn't even sound weird, but it just really came down to it had a UFC out clause, which was great. At any point in time, the UFC can pick me up. And I'm also able to pick and choose other places that I could fight at any point in time without any issues from them. They seem like a company that is looking. Their slogan is fans and fighters first or whatever, and it just seemed like a good fit for me.
Yeah, and that's been the generalized rule for a lot of people that go over there to Titan Fighting Championships, that they're like, it's because they have the UFC out clause, that if the UFC comes calling, Mick Maynard will let me out of my contract and let me go over to the UFC, and that's ultimately everybody wants to be in the UFC. I mean, that's the reality of it. Right now, Bellator just hasn't caught up yet. With Scott Coker in there now, the rumor is that Coker's going to change those contracts where they're not as exclusive and as restrictive as they used to be. I don't know if he's going to let you jump ship to go to the UFC if they come calling, but that's Coker's style, even back when he ran Strikeforce, is that, if you wanted to go someplace else, you kind of could. Would there be an opportunity for you to go back to Bellator if the contracts changed, where you could escape to go to UFC if they called you, or even go back to Titan if they called you up, and would you go back with Bellator with Coker in charge?
Honestly, man, I mean, once again, this is not a subject matter that I want to get into, but I will say the biggest reason I left Bellator was because of Bjorn Redney. It was honestly a reason why I never even tried to renegotiate. I never even wanted to talk anything. I just wanted out the second it was up. And for Scott Coker to take over, I definitely would be open to possibly hearing them out and seeing what things are available. Not necessarily saying, oh yeah, 100%. I would definitely jump back in with them. But just saying that I would 100% be much more open to hearing that out if it ever came around.
Well, there are, you and I have been in the sport a very long time. We both know a lot of different promoters, a lot of different organizations out there. And there's very few promoters that I can tell you that I trust implicitly with what they're trying to do with the sport. Obviously, the UFC, they're the top end game. They dragged the sport out of the dark ages and made it to what it is. Titan Fighting Championships with Mick Maynard, RFA with Ed Suarez, and then Scott Coker, wherever he is. And right now he's at Bellator. So that's, in my personal opinion, he's one of the guys. He's one of the good guys out there for the fighters. He's one of the good guys out there that's going to take care of you, make sure that you're happy, at least with the organization. You may not make the money that you want to make. Then that's just purse strings. That's just sellability. But you're definitely going to be taken care of on the other stuff and be grabbed. So I'm glad to hear that you would be open to talking with Bellator at least,
yeah.
And having that conversation. And to be honest with you, from what I know of Bjorn, I had very little interaction with him, but he was a nice enough guy to me. But I never had to deal with him as a fighter, so I don't know how he was as a competitor. and I don't know how it was to deal with him as a manager trying to get my fighter taken care of. So your story that you just told, as politically correct as you could, is the same story I'm hearing from a lot of guys that left for the exact same reason, and the reasons why they bolted out of there. So you're par for the course. So you're not saying anything that's brand new. That's for sure. When it came to dealing with Bellator and Bjorn at the time. So now we all know how Matt Riddle's going to fight. We all know Matt Riddle's problems and the reason why he got removed from the UFC for failing his drug test, specifically for marijuana metabolites. Do you think it'll be a problem for this fight? Do you think that I mean, Carolina's commission is not known as one of the strongest commissions, but if this fight happened to be in Vegas or in the Nevada commission or in the New Jersey commission or the California commission, do you think there'd be a problem with Matt being able to pass the pre-fight drug testing and be able to be in there to fight?
Man, I just hope to God, he does take it, serious enough to pass the drug test, just because, at the end of the day, we both want this. I know he wants it, so I'm really not I don't think he would take the chance. I know he's a family man too. I'm pretty sure he's got kids and everything. So like, it's, he's older now. He's probably matured, and he's been through his ups and downs with the industry as well. Obviously with the UFC, he's been very vocal about that. He's been vocal about Bjorn and Bellator, and now he's with Titan. So, hopefully, he knows what he's doing, and he's training hard. He's staying healthy, and we can put on the show, man. We can go out there. It's a big opportunity for both of us. So I would just definitely hope that he's taking it seriously enough to make sure that whatever marijuana metabolites were out of the system, and we'll be able to throw down.
That's Ben Saunders getting ready to fight Matt Riddle, coming on Titan Fighting Championships 29, August 22nd in Fayetteville. Of course, it can be seen on it can be seen on Access TV. Ben, thanks so much for coming on here. I appreciate it. I know you're busy. It was tough to get worked into your schedule, and I appreciate you making sure that we did.
No, thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, bud.
Thank you.